Alright, so I did that. Just need to grab another one. Oh, I see something. One moment. Okay. I saw something that I had to send a message for, like, pretty quickly. Okay. I hate sneezing. Sneezing is probably one of the more violent things your body can do. Oh, and Discord crashed in the background. Okay. I can probably close out Discord because I'm not going to be using it. That way I save a bit on processing power. And that being said, I say let's get started then properly. So if I remember last we left off, we were still after the wolf. Hark, over there, a wolf, or at least something with big ears and a long fluffy tail. Aha, we've got him now. So it seems the wolf burglar was caught by the very people that were trying to catch him. Uh... Come before Finn. This is the wolf burglar. There's a dead man dead who yet moves. A restless spirit bound to the mortal coil by burdens of the soul. I beg your pardon, good sir, but my soul carries no such burdens. Indeed, in death I found rather more liberation than I had in life. more purpose and meaning and brotherhood. Wait a minute, you're one of the gentle dead men. What are you doing out so far from Eorzea and the others? As I live and breathe. In even further reaches, I find myself reunited with Master Zombiebrand's compatriots. I too must confess some curiosity as to how you came to this place. But since you asked first, as unbelievable as it may sound, we heard rumors of an island deep in the Siren Song said to be home to host undead individuals not unlike myself. Ours being rather a lonely existence, we resolved to dispatch an emissary to the isle, myself being a logical choice, once again. Have you seen Hildebrand though? Ah, truly. Well, that will explain why the myriad of skeletons we found were devoid of unlife, as it were. That said, even if they were as disagreeable as you claim, I should thank you to stop killing every last undead you encounter in your travels. I mean, no promises. Anyways, having failed my mission, I was at a loss for what to do next. The island was abandoned and Eorzea was ever so far away. Just then I felt it, a familiar tingling in my rotting flesh. Aye, there was no denying it. I had felt the pull of our leader, Master Zombiebrand. His aether called to me, and I was duty-bound to answer, so I followed the trail and it led me to this place. Or, then it's no coincidence. The inspector and the burglar that stole him must be somewhere on this island. Good sir, do you still feel the inspector calling to you even now? Can you lead us to him? As surely as I can crap a hapless merchant's head and feast on the goo inside before you can say go. Follow me. By the way, I've been meaning to ask, what sort of wolfish getup? It's not the sort of thing a gentle dead man usually wears, though it's quite fetching, I've got to say. It warms my dead heart to hear you say so. I received this gift from a traveling artist. When I explained to him how difficult it was to converse with the common man, he fashioned it for me, believing it would serve to soften my otherwise terrifying features, and so it has. But enough of talk. Master Zombiebrand needs us. Nothing I've heard makes the slightest bit of sense to me. But no matter. If this misshapen undead wolfman can lead us to the thief, I shall trust him wholly. Yeah, you get used to this. It's absurd. It gets really absurd. Okay. I think it's the one full liquor room, don't you? Are all undead in the West so gentlemanly? No, not all, just these burned. Yes, Master Zombiebrand is close. We are nearly upon him. And the wolf burglar. At long last, we shall bring the bastard to justice. Wolf burglar, you have nowhere left to run. Surrender. Yeah, so they finally caught up to me. Oh, he looks exactly like my sketch. I don't think so. Your campaign of thievery comes to an end this day. Aye. This day the Buckafoo will have their men. So they say they're Lupin. That is to say they're Lupin. Stop, damn you. sparks. The inspector's still not snapped out of it, which means it's time to triple the serving of Nash's Delight, Dongo style. Bones! Shut up, you stupid statue. Bugger me, are those bombs? You idiot, get rid of them! Get rid of them before they kill us both! Well then. Help! Nasha, anyone? You know what? The right call would be to save the inspector, but he's taking worse. Forget Hildebrand. If he can catch a wolf burglar now. Don't worry about the inspector. He survived a trip back from Dalamud, so this is nothing. Let's go get the wolf burglar instead. I told you before, Wolf Burglar, you have nowhere left to run. Fall, on the other hand. If that's how it's gonna be, fall it is. How did he get a falcon? Never thought I'd come this close to getting caught. Suppose it was my own fault for trying to nick a hefty prize like a statue. But that statue ain't even a statue, then there's no reason for me to stick around, is there? Better of luck next time, thief takers. The nerve of that villain. I say, Rhea, I've come to expect such cold, calculating behavior from a dear Nashu, but not you. Alright, Inspector Hildebrand's back. Nothing like a brush with certain death to get you back in the game. Am I right, Inspector? What manner of sorcery is this? The Erusian gentleman. The statue stands before me, speaking and gesticulating as if a human, or living, breathing human. I trust I need to remind you, I too am capable of such motions, despite neither being living nor breathing. But more to the point, Master Zombiebrand is no statue. Right. He's an agent of inquiry. Inspector extraordinaire. Yep, he's a natural person. Good sir, by your garb, I gather you are a samurai. Am I correct in assuming we are in the Far East? Oh ho ho. As I wake from my gentle slumber, find myself in a foreign land. Who should I be greeting but a Far Eastern fan? But oh, what is this? Already my investigator sense alerted me to the presence of a petitioner in need. I must away for honor and justice and a hard-boiled egg. Wait for me, Inspector. You know I can't run that fast. Mr. Hildebrand looks to be his old self again. Wonderful, simply wonderful. It is enough to bring a tear to this gentle dead man's eye. Or it would be if I weren't, you know. But much as I would love to join you in your adventures, I must return to my brothers. I pray you watch over and keep our undead overlord safe. In Eorzea, man may be an expected extraordinaire as well as a zombie overlord. Truly, yours is a land of many mysteries and strange customs I dare say I will never comprehend. While I regret to say we are unable to apprehend the wolf burglar, I'm glad that this chase seems to has seen you reunited with your comrade. Come, let us follow him and see where his keen sense leads us. Yeah, it's probably gonna be more trouble if anything. Friend in need of friend? Are you friend? Another rat man, like the one they sold at the auction? Looks like Inspector Hildebrand found on Kikarin. Did I not tell you I had caught the sense of a case? And here it is, I give you the case of the kidnapped Kikarin. Simply put, this adorable little fellow's dearest friend was abducted by a dastardly fellow in the nearby city of Kugane. We set sail as sailors for East Aldenar Trading Company. Docked at Kugane's docks to unload goodly goods. When goodly merchant comes and offers tasty feast to meet a friendly friend. By the kami, did that ratman just speak? Kikarin, not ratman, rude man. Why does no one here know Kikarin? Always demon with lucky flesh. We go with goodly merchant all alone. Many turns, left, right, left, very confusing. Then bad men grab friendly friend, put gag in mouth and bag on head. I fight back and run. They run too. And then I jump into water. It seemed that the currents carried him to the shores of this island, but I have yet to ascertain the motive for why anyone would want to kidnap a hapless sailor. As I do not know or they do not care he is a Kikarin. He passes for a rat man in far eastern folklore, the flesh of which some believe bestows everlasting life. An Eorzean sailor with the most unusual features. Incredible, albeit hideous statue of an Eorzean that makes those in truth a man. I dare say the merchant was already our goodly merchant. We must return to the Kugane and confront the criminal at once. He may have abducted others from faraway lands to sell at an auction. The fiend. At the very least, we know he sold his Kikarin's fellow or friendly friend. We got to save him too. Right you are, my lady. We shall see this wicked punished and the wicked punished and innocent set free. Yes, I was about to say that. We'll set you. Well, time to head back to the city then. We should be flying at this angle, I believe. So we got the detective back, so that's good. Need to double check. And let me close out the map. Okay, that is the Ruby Bazaar is the closest one. Internet, Ruby Bazaar. The Silver Tongue Broker. Come, strike me down. The Eurasian gentleman is alive. Hearken to me, merchant. Your reckoning is at hand. For the crime of kidnapping a Kikuran sailor and selling him into slavery, I hereby place you under arrest. I should hope I will remember doing something so reprehensible as that. But more importantly, who are you to level such accusation, much less place me under arrest? You are not of the Seki Segumi, common Ronin, are you not? You. Common Ronin come from the countryside looking for work. Work I so generously provided when I hired you to guard my auction. An auction you failed to defend against a thief who stole a priceless piece. I say, what audacity! The self-same piece stands before you with the Kikuran who escaped your kidnapping attempt, an incontrovertible proof of your misdeeds. And I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have defeated you. The least you could do is demonstrate dignity in defeat. The truth in play is plain. There is no denying it. And yet I do, Inspector. Was it? Whatever authority comes you may possess in Eorzea is not recognized here. When the Seki Segumi can compel answers and arrest criminals. Oh, I think there's something broken. With that, I bid you good days. You need not answer to them, but you will answer to me. We've had our eye on you for some time, my friend, but alas, all good things must come to an end. The wolf burglar's meddling merely delayed the inevitable. We have all the proof we need. Now do yourself a favor and come quietly, or don't and do me a favor. Shigure, owing to the efforts of you and yours, we can finally bring these charlatans to justice. For that you have my deepest thanks. Thank you, sir. That you would do me the honor with such good kind words is a great honor. I can only hope that this goes some way towards. However, that you failed to inform the Sekisugumi of the wolf burglar's crime, despite being present, instead pursued the thief on your own is inexcusable. I cannot in good conscience admit you to the Sekisugumi at this time. Such recklessness, disregard, and thirst for personal glory and traits I will not suffer in our samurai. Yeah. Hey, Pikikurin. Thousand thanks to you for saving Friendly Friend. Where we are and where we are will be next time. No more following goodly merchants into dark alleys. I owe you an apology. Like the merchant said, I am no more than a common ronin. My pursuit for the wolf burglar has been, from the very beginning, independent of the Sekisugumi and any other authority. Came to Kugane to join the Sekisugumi, but was judged to be unworthy, unable to find gainful employment as a samurai elsewhere. I struggled to make ends meet. And then, when I was about to renounce my dream and return to my village, I learned of a notorious thief, a thief who targeted only the most wealthy and influential, a thief that I might bring to justice and thereby earn the approval of the Sekisugumi. Say no more, my good samurai. Your earnest nature and passion for the law have won me over. I guess we're getting a new apprentice from the Far East now. I swear to you here and now, I, Hildebrand, Inquiry Inspector Extraordinaire, shall help you scour all of creation, from the deepest pits of the seventh hells to the pinnacle of the heavens. For Kugane Wolf Burglar, we shall start right this instant. I'm not quite so sure what make of the man, but I suppose I should be grateful for the help. Well, that's just how he is. Gotta load in all the textures again. Rio, was it? I should thank you for joining me in this endeavor, perhaps more so than others. Their help is of questionable benefit, whereas yours seem rather more reliable. The wolf burglar is not to be underestimated. He is a cunning, clever foe, as evidenced by the way he escaped. Sheer passion and determination will not be enough to catch him. Which is to say, while I value the assistance of the inspector and his assistant, I believe cooler heads will prevail in the end. To wit, yours and mine. I too may be prone to fits of passion, but I should like to think that it is nothing compared to that of the Erusian gentleman. And with that being said, there's another down. Hildebrand will return in The Blade Mislaid. See you, Inspector. That was a little cute thing. That was really adorable. Alright, Shigure. What's next on the board? Shigure is a man on a mission. Have you heard? The wolf burglar for whom we have been searching for night and day has struck again. Word reaching me but moments ago. The inspector and his assistant are a step ahead of us. If we hurry, we may arrive before they begin questioning any witnesses. You will come, will you not? Yes? Then let us brook no further delay and make haste for the Rakuza district. Okay, I can just use the Eighth in the shard. Kabana again. The wolf burglar struck again. Let me check Nash's hands. Yeah, okay, there's something wrong. One moment. Gotta make one slight change. Okay, there we go. Nope. Okay, that crashed. Probably having VTube Studio up probably doesn't help. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna switch back over to the PNG mall just for now. Mostly because I don't want anything to continue crashing. And let me just continue. Do this. Alright. Okay, there we go. Let's continue back on this trip. Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry. Inspector Extraordinaire, stand ready to assist any and all who seek seek redress for crimes dastardly and daring. My keen inspector sense has led me hither. Speak, my good man, what injustice befell you here? Inspectors? Ah, yes, the Westerners, I remember you. Girl, if you are so eager to hear the tale, then I should be glad to tell it. It was him, the wolf burglar. Bold as ever, he attempted to steal the finest sword in my collection, the Saburo Sukihiro, in broad daylight. By the kami. But you say he attempted. And he failed, haha. Little did the fool know I recently employed a new bodyguard, a peerless samurai worth every koban. So the fiend was unable to abscond with your precious blade. Truly you are fortunate indeed, Master Akebono. Yet surely this is not the end of it. The wolf burglar has his pride. He does not want to take or forsake a prize. Master Akebono, have no doubt the thief will come for the blade again and again. I pray you permit me to aid your men in protecting this treasure, and that we may finally bring this villain to justice. You have spirit, I'll grant you that, but I have no need for additional guards. Yojimbo is worth 100 men, if not more. Akebono, I think you underestimate this foe. Try my patience, boy. I have made my decision. I will not suffer it to be questioned further. Find another way to earn the respect of earn the Sekisegumi's approval. Now then, I have a pressing engagement with Sanjo Hanamachi, to which I have been looking forward to all week, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let this business with the wolf burglar delay me further. Good day. I fear he has let this turn of luck lull him to a false sense of complacency. He should be doubling the guard or tripling it. If only he would reconsider. If he will not listen to reason, then he must be made to listen to reason. When in doubt, try again. It is not a well thought out plan, but for lack of anything better. Alright, let's follow Master Akebono to Sanjo Hanamachi, and once more impress on the gravity of the situation. Okay, everything is kind of like off just by a small keter, which means I need to readjust. Okay, emoji. The delivery mog. Hildebrand. Perhaps we would fare better if I taught him the mannerful act of parley. He can do it, Shigure. Which is precisely why it is so important for us to speak to him. Ask all you like, but the answer is still no. There's a very short list of people who will get past, and none of you lot are on it. I applaud your diligence, I do, but we are to help. If you would admit us to speak with Master Akebono, that we might convince him to let stand guard over the Saburo Sukihiro. So that's your game. Trick the daft doorman into letting you in so you can steal Master Akebono's precious sword? How stupid do you think I am? if he consort with the likes of you lot, no luckier among you. Really? My mother has told me I'm quite handsome. I'm sure she has. Maybe if he was in the mood for some taikomochi. Not today, though. Master Akabano made it quite clear that he would only welcome additional entertainers if they were geiko of surpassing beauty, which none of you are not, so bugger off. That went rather poorly. I suppose we have no choice but to resign ourselves to this outcome. Nay, shoot. I accidentally pressed the continue key. Nay, Shigure. I think not, for I have a plan. A plan surpassing beauty, I do say so myself. You're quite acquainted with the geckos, perchance. There is an Okiya nearby whose proprietress may have given me a few odd jobs. But wait, what exactly is your plan? All shall become clear in time, good man. Lead the way to this Okiya. So, I told you and your friends to bugger off. Okay, alright. Okay, the Okiya proprietress. Inspector Extraordinaire, is that truly a profession? A legitimate one? I'm certain I've never heard of it. Most humble greetings to you, fairest maiden. I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, am given to understand that you are a lady of acquaintance, or an acquaintance of Shigure over here. I've given this hapless fool a handout or two, and now he shows up on my doorstep in the company of agent inspectors. I can only assume this means he's yet to find honest work. Indeed, much to all of our chagrin, Shigure is not gainfully employed at the present, but that regrettably circumstance is not what brings us to you. Nay, it is a matter of greater import. A grave injustice must be averted at all costs. To that end, my lady, I would have you clothe my steadfast assistant in your finest kimono, but for a brief time only. You may be assured it shall be returned to you post-haste. Loan you a kimono, just like that? I'm not sure what mischief you and inspectors get up to in your line of work, but in ours, a kimono is priceless. No geiko worth their salt would simply let a stranger parade around in hers. Rent out in hers. No, not for nothing, at least. Aye. If you truly are in desperate need of my assistance, then you should be willing to at least pay for it. Say 70,000 of yours in gil? I have a gambling problem. Love the horsebirds. Lost my guild on Quay Rhapsody. 70? Only 70,000? Hell, my sub-galar was worth more than that. Be that as it may, there is no need to rely upon your generosity. I am more than capable of paying for this expense. Are you sure? I kinda got blown up a few times there. Nashu, pay the woman. With what, Inspector? Your coin purse is empty. What? As of when? Oh dear, this certainly is a fly in the ointment. So he plans to disguise Nashu as a geiko that she may enter into the company of Master Akabano, thereby keep watch for the wolf burglar. I hesitate to call you of surpassing beauty, but if it is our best option... Don't even think to say it, good man. I would never take the money of a down on his lucky youth with no job or skills to speak of. Aha. But of course, it is as ever so simple, a means by which we may achieve our end without spending a single coin. In a brief time here, I've come to understand the myriad complexities of Higan culture. There is a custom by which one may express the fervor of his conviction by shaving every single hair off every hair from the head of from his head, is there not? Why, yes, I suppose you have the right of it, but are you willing to go such lengths as to gear a kimono? I'll do the honors. Wait, when did you? Do you always have that on hand? Okay then. A beauty reborn. My hair! My beautiful flowing locks, what have you done to me? Oh, this is brilliant, utterly brilliant. I don't think I've laughed so hard in ages. Chin up, Shigure. I dare say she did you a favor. The Sake Sugumi might be inclined to take you more seriously now. You can have your kimono with my thanks. Never mind the gil. The entertainment you've given me is payment enough. My lady, you are a saint. Are you ready, Nashu? Nope, I don't want to skip. Always, Inspector. Wait here, everyone. I'm sure it won't take long to put one of these things on, right? Verily, there's no greater truth than that we trust in ourselves and the gods. Fate shall conspire to succeed. Is this the will of the kami? Poor lad. I believe I hear them coming. Ta-da! My dear Nashu, you look incredible. Well, naturally, yes you do. She looks every bit the Geiko. I cannot fathom the doorman turning her away. Come, my friends, let us put Nashu's disguise to the proof. I should probably change into something a bit more like fitting, if anything. But I think like this style works the best. Say what you will about the rest of us, but you would have to be blind to disparage my stalwart ass that is this lovely Keiko Nashu. Keiko? Alright, let's have a look at you. Oh, and where has this lovely lass been hiding? Masaya Kibona's sure to take a shine to you. Alright, the girl may enter, but no one else. Huzzah, it worked. Wish me luck. I have a bad feeling about this. Like, that explosion's gonna happen anytime soon. Thought, though, is it wise to let her go alone? Ideally, at least Rio or myself should accompany her, no? Oh, Shigure, did I tell you it is the plant of surpassing beauty? Did I not? Why? Ah, this is suspicious. Oh, it is Yojimbo. Like, legitimately, Yojimbo. Sword without peer, the Soboro Sukihiro. The Geiko without peer, Chiyome. What fortune that I may enjoy company of finest treasures the world has to offer. Their presence makes the wine taste that much sweeter. I could not agree more, my lord. Alas, whereas you may lay your hands upon your magnificent blades at whim, in vain I struggle to navigate the endless labyrinth that is a woman's fickle heart. That which I desire I take you, as will you when my little project is complete. Yome, come have a drink with us. Come, come. If my lords insist, I should be glad to partake. That's suspicious. Such a beautiful girl you are, and so skilled a dancer as well. You deserve only the best, and the very best you shall have, only if you give your body and soul to me. I fear my lord's rather admirable perseverance encroaches upon the obsessiveness. As I am sure I have told you 1,000 times before, I should be glad to entertain one and all with the traditional arts. So, but as ever, I say, no matter. In due time you will be mine, one way or another. Begging your pardons, my lords. Oh, oh. This is a welcome surprise. My lord, did you call for another Geiko? Never mind, come my dear, have a seat. Salutations and greetings, my good sirs. That's adorable, now she's just eating. Wait, that frame. What's the meaning of this? I explicitly said I would be receiving no taikomochi this day. Far be it to judge a man for his pleasures, my lord, but I fear this is a bridge too far for me. Such beauty, such grace. Be that as it may, now is not the time. The day after tomorrow, perhaps, after I had time to recover, but now, today. Will my lord not reconsider? Pray allow me to dance, or allow me one dance to convince you. Enough, Yojimbo, remove this fetchling yet belligerent taikomochi from my sight. Lay hands upon a fair maiden. I will do no such thing. You need to find your master's orders. The master has already paid you an inconsolable sum of money for your services. A contemptible master consorts with lecherous dogs. I agreed to serve only as a sword's protector, not as the executioner of your whims. There he is, the wolf burglar. Impossible. At last, the villain reveals himself. We have you now, you most wolfish of burglars. Yes, it was I all along, Hildebrand, Master of the Skies, Inspector of 1,000 Faces, Defender of Justice. I feel so conflicted. So you're not a Takemochi. They do that. Bugger me if it isn't the talking statue. Fancy meeting you here. Come to watch me steal the Soboto Sukihito. Well, you know how this goes. I won't let him get away. Halt, fiends! That's his priorities. What happened? You're fine. There you are, my dear. You are unharmed. I'd be heartbroken if there were even a single scratch upon my concubine to be. Oh. I think I'm in love. My lord would do so well to take great care where he places his hands, should he wish to keep them. Confound, how do you manage to skip every time? Rejoice, my friends, for he has failed in his slavery once more. The Soboto Sukihito remains safe and sound. You bald imbecile, look at what you're holding. Does that look even remotely like the Soboto Sukihito to you? Does it? Does it? For the record, I am not actually bald. Be gone from my sight, and do not return to me until you have found my sword. Oh, and actually, you got all the safety. Have we met before somewhere before? Of course not. Do not be silly. It's not easy being Geiko. That may as well have been my best disguise yet. After he went to all that trouble, he still managed to steal the Sapporo Sukihiro and sacrifice my flowing locks for nothing. Although I care increasingly less for Akebono, he's never lost a man to be reckoned with. What meager reputation I have will forfeit if we fail to bring the wolf burglar to justice. But we need not pursue him alone. Yojimbo has volunteered his services. Together we may redeem ourselves. Think I may know where our thief is headed to, too. Yeah, no, we met the gold saucer. You're a lot shorter in person. Just wait one moment. I believe the wolf burglar has fled to Yangsha. Consider the ding her dagger I took from him in the chaos. The olden ward has been well cared for over the years. It's more than just a tool for him, I think, and clearly of Doman design. What an amazing coincidence. The self-same details had also caught mine eye. I dare say you have the markings of a fine inspector, Shigure. I shall endeavor to take that as a compliment. To Yangsha. Great Othard into the House of the Fierce then. Just gotta check one thing real quick. And there it is. Daigoro! Oof. You needn't wear Daigoro's things. He's a good dog. Look at all those crystals, so shiny. Even if he is somewhere here, how are you to narrow down our search? My word, have you ever seen such... anything so full of splendor? Forgive me, we must not lose sight of the matter at hand. How shall we pursue our quarry? This is a very good question, to which I currently have no answers. I do. Woof woof. What a nice little doggy. Daigoro is more than a traveling companion. His sense of smell is unparalleled. Give over the burglar's dagger that he may track this scent. Brilliant idea, Jim. Yes, indeed. Here, take it. Oh, fuck. Oh, he already has a scent. He has a scent already. With me, Noshu. Perhaps fate is inspiring to see us succeed after all. Alright. Let's continue onwards. Oh, hi there, Lexi. I have no idea when you sent that, but apologies for the late hello. Hope you're doing well. Daigoro seems to be confused. Has he lost the scent? Is the doggy alright? Jim? What ails the little Daigoro? Why will he not go further? How is it that you remember his? Oh. This is like when... This is like there are Namazu about. Their stink befuddles his senses. Though unfortunate, we know the wolf burglar came this way. Perhaps if we search, we can find some other clue of his whereabouts. Leave it to me, Shigode. If there are clues to be found in these ruins, my keen inspector's senses shall lead me to them. Wait for me, Inspector. Wait for me. Yeah, there we go again, charging off before we even have a chance to discuss our plan of action. Must they always be so reckless? Nothing forward but to follow suit, I suppose. Why don't you search the area to the northwest area? Okay, well, let's just check out the northwest then. Pugnet Namazu. Pungent. Oh. I'm alive, hale and hearty, yes. Nursing a rather vicious hangover from the surfeit of tea. None otherwise worse for wear. 1,000 thanks to you for waking me before I was set upon by ravenous beasts or thieving bandits. Unless you wouldn't have me a thieving bandit, would you? That depends. Have you got a certain price of sword on you? You may be assured, I have nothing of value whatsoever. Yes. However, I have some vague recollection of a traveler with an unusual sword across his back. I was deep in my teacups at the time, but I do know what I saw. Here you have a lead. Huh? A drunken Namazu? What is his part in all of this? He has a lead of where the guy went. Is that the wolf burglar? What luck! Which way did he go? It's a bit of a blur, so I doubt my memory will be of any use. My barbells, on the other hand, should do the trick. My adorable little friend, you need not strain yourself on our account. We too have our ways of finding our fiend. Yes. My keen Namazu's sense is telling me that the wolf burglar went that away. Yes, that away. Which way? We may have to split up again. I would help you, but hangover, yes. Yes. Bye, friends, and have fun hunting the wolf burglar. Yeah, you go with Hildebrand. I'll check out the Namazu way. Plot relevant gloves. Among the irrelevant potsherds, you spy a somewhat conspicuous pair of gloves. They belong to the wolf burglar. Perhaps they may prove useful. The Daigoro, then. Hey, do not concern yourself with me, friend. Should I chance upon the fiend, I shall cry wolf burglar at the top of my lungs. Alright, Jim. Found something, have you? Yes, some gloves for Daigoro. I do not recall him wearing gloves, but for the lack of possible leads, I have to let Daigoro follow this fresh scent. Now that the Namazu is gone, he should have no difficulty finding the owner. Let Daigoro sniff the gloves that he may track the owner's scent. Woof woof. If you didn't need them, you wouldn't have been able to pick them up. Yeah, they are relevant for a reason. Woof woof. What news? We came as soon as we heard the barking. Now that the Namazu has departed, Daigoro is capable of pursuing our quarry once again. Or once more, your stalwart comrade has found gloves that may have belonged to him, and so we are able to see where they have led us. Ruff, ruff. He's got the scent. Quickly, Rhea, we must not lose sight of Daigoro. Yeah, there he is. There he is. We mustn't let him escape this time. Old Ronin, you know well how quick he can be. Let us leave this pursuit to one he cannot outrun. Go, Daigoro. Seize the Lupin. Gosh, he's a fast doggy. Aye, there are none faster. Come, we must secure the sword and the thief. Gosh, he really likes Kobon, doesn't he? We all have our weaknesses, I suppose, so there's no denying that he is a very good dog. How could he possibly have the nerve? You lot really have thought of this through. Should have really thought this through. Have you forgotten that I've gotten friends in high places? One Tado, to me. It's afraid. Wait, no? It's in love? I... By the Kami, what have you done to my bird? Got you. I mean, take advantage of the situation. Good on you. Rejoice, Shiguri, for I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have reclaimed the Saburo Sukehiro. Yes, it seems we have. Though, before we declare it with certainty, I would verify the authenticity of the blade. But of course... Aye. This is no fake. It is a work of art, a masterpiece that only could be yeah. A masterpiece that could only be the treasured Saburo Sukehiro. I just remembered I have urgent business in Kugane, which as well as I should afford me the opportunity to return the Saburo Sukehiro to its rightful owner. Pray allow me to do so. You have my word. You have my word. I shall surrender it to no one. How lucky are we to have a friend like Jim. Steadfast, loyal, honorable, a Manderville man to another mother, or from another mother. Yeah, it's very suspicious. Let us quit this place and return to Kugane with the wolf burglar. I'm sure the Sekisugumi will have a cell with his name on it. See, the question is, why was he stealing all of that? Alright. Let's return back. Okay, and nope, not that. I just want to zoom in closer. The Rakuza district is the closest. Oh, it's that guy again. Miyamagi, what business do you have with the Sekisugumi? Well, we call your damn wolf burglar. The wolf burglar? The Lupin who made a mock of me and my brothers? I, Shigure and my comrades have successfully captured the notorious wolf burglar of Kugane and brought him here that we may surrender him into the custody of the Sekisugumi. So glad we are to accept this unexpected bounty. The fiend has been a source of unending concern for us. My thanks to you all. Pray, bring him inside, honored friends. Bloody fools. The lot of you, blind to the true villain in your midst. That was right. Is it true? The wolf burglar has been detained? Well done. Who must we thank for this auspicious turn of events? I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, did bring the wolf burglar to heel with my customary style and aplomb. Very good, very good. Another Saburo Sukehiro? Where is it? What do you mean? You don't have it? I thought your Jimbo had returned it to you. Jimbo? The disrespectful disgrace of a samurai? Nay, I have seen neither hide nor hair of him. I can only presume that Jim is currently enjoying a plate of dongo at the Umineko tea house for paying Master Akebono a visit. Or perhaps he absconded with the Soboto Sukehiro. This is all a joke to you people, isn't it? Oh, he's angry. Of all the stupid, inexplicable, utterly unjustifiable, for what reason could you have possibly, even for a moment, considered it was wise to let a single man, not just any man either, a man I have expelled from my service? Mark me, Ronin, if you fail to deliver that sword, I shall make it my focus, or make it the focus of my remaining years that your dreams go unfulfilled. Now that's a bit harsh. You never said you expelled him. Sure, you can't have that. Which reminds you, Shigure, you once told me that it was your dream to serve alongside us. Is that still the case? Yes, it is, sir. Good, because in light of your recent accomplishment, I would like nothing more than to induct you into the Sekisagumi. What say you? Oh, hey, you got your dream, Shiggy. It would be an honor, sir. Glad to hear it. There are, of course, some procedures and discussions with my superior that must come first, but we may attend to them now, if your comrades do not mind waiting. Not at all. We will await your triumphant return, Shigure. My friends, it is finished. Oh, look at him. He's become a Sekisagumi. But I have a feeling this is just gonna bite him in the bernards. A Shigure reborn. Well, I thought not. Well, I would dare not put myself or put in such grandiose terms, but indeed I feel as though I'm a changed man. It's you three that have changed me for the better. 1,000 thanks to you and Ria, Inspector Hildebrand, Nashu. Though I have only begun a Sekisagumi, I have already been given my first assignment. I am to pursue the renegade Yojimbo and recover the Soboto Sukehiro. Thus, as a new recruit, I have been afforded no additional men or resources to accomplish the task. If I am to succeed, I will need all the help I can get. Say no more, Shigure. I should be glad to give it. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinary, do re-swear to you to scour creation from the deepest pits of the seven hells to the pinnacles of the heaven, to Jim, or for Jim and the Soboto Sukehiro. And so our hunt begins again. Wait for me, Inspector, wait for me. What can you really do about it? Part of me still struggles to believe it. Ria, the wolf burglar, captured, and myself become a Sekisagumi. Again, I cannot thank you enough for all you've done for me. When Oz circus an odd path that has led us to this point. To be honest, the most vexing complication was a loss by hair. The doctor assured me she already is in the process of procuring a potent tonic to remedy that. Once again, we find ourselves waiting for fate to spur our story forward. But we have a lead on the Sabota Tsukihito. We can but enjoy our respite. Gentleman Hildebrand. Hildebrand will return and the black heart beneath. Alright, let's see the show this time. See you, Inspector. This little dance number is adorable. But with that being said, I am going to take a quick, small break. Let me just this. Guide. Let me just get my favorite out. Let me be right back. And then I'm gonna play a few ads in the meantime while I'm on the break. They juice, refill water, and whatnot. Which you all should as well, right? Okay, there you go. Yep. Well then. Just go to like a little ball thing. Come on, the OBS, is it gonna do your thing? Okay, there we go. It's not doing the little pop-up thing. God damn it. Okay, come on. Both saved, and it's still not working. I'll probably have to adjust the settings a bit. Okay, nope. I don't know why it's not working. Or the reactive isn't working properly. Wait, nope. It still isn't. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't know why it's not working then. Unfortunately, I won't have the little pop-up thing, but let's at least continue. So the Black Heart Beneath. So at least looking by things, I am almost done. But yeah, these quests are not short by any means. You look well, Ria. I pray your adventures have not been too taxing. Yeah, it's going along well so far. As for myself, the search for the spoiled Sukahiro, as well as Yojimbo, continues, whether I could claim even a measure of progress. Ah, Shigure, there you are. Ahoy there. Oh, there's the little midget. We thought perhaps you'd find inside my bolt man, but I see here you are in company of my stalwart assistant. Bold. You of all people should. Having failed to seize new information of value, or even passing relevance, we were in the midst of reconsidering our investigative strategy. But tell me, have I heard word of Jim and our missing sword? Jim? Who was... Ah, yes, Jimbo. No, I was just telling Ria I've made no progress since we last spoke. You seem rather distressed, Gure. If you yet to pine on your lost locks, then pine no longer, for I have brought you a hair tonic of preternatural effectiveness. Really? Well, that is actually a very considerate gesture. Thank you. Why not try it now? Aye. The sooner the better, perhaps. Who's that? Ah, yes, him. I wonder you can get to and fro. From Eorzea to the east pretty easily. I say, to meet with Master Hildebrand and his bosom companion yet again. Truly the kami have been kind to me. One moment. It's a pleasure to see a man of the old horde. But were you not bound for Eorzea? Why are you yet in the far east? Indeed, I have thought to return home and rejoin my brothers. To that end did I call upon a local fisherman to secure passage. So it's from him that I heard a tale most fascinating which compelled me to stay. Afuna Urel, a Yurei, a far eastern variety of the undead, had been seen wandering in Isle Shore. As my past attempts to recruit fellow zombies had been met with failure, I thought, why not broaden the criteria and appeal to this ghost in the spirit of camaraderie? Unless it is a most elusive quarry, rather shy it would seem, I sought to learn more of the Funa Yurei by questioning the people of the city, but I have been unsuccessful thus far. I see. I realize this is sudden, but your inquiries, did you hear mention of Jim? Jim? I fear I have heard naught of a particular Far Eastern spirit. Though to be honest, not all have been willing to entertain my company, perhaps due to my undaring nature. Pains me to hear that. In this world, there remain people prejudiced against the living impaired. You seek this gym, Master Hildebrand? If so, I should be glad to help. Grateful as we would be, it would be wise to change your attire. The people reluctant to speak with you may be due to your passing resemblance to a certain wolfish fugitive who, until recently, terrorized the city. How careless of me! I will change into something less conspicuous at once. Then it is settled. When at first you don't succeed, make inquiries again. Let us split up and speak again, or speak of the men and women of Kugane. Shiguri's hair. That's how it is. Is somebody ever gonna ask you? Okay, I'm curious about this person's sword. Lunar Envoy, so sharpened guillotine of the tyrant. Let me just write that down. Okay, that's actually something I do have already. That is from the Heavens Ward expansion. So this was like, actually it comes from the ultimate questline from the Heavens Ward. Yojimbo, you say? The name does ring a bell. Yes. Now I recall, the fellow Lupin was asking after him as well, though that was quite some time ago. He has been detained by the Seki Segumi, the Lupin, not your Yojimbo, that is. Not that I can imagine why. He's so criminal. Why, when I told him how my mother's taken ill, he gave me the koban to purchase her medicine, without my asking her anything. They say he'd done terrible things, but a man like that? No, I refuse to believe it. If there's any justice in the world, he'll be set free. Yeah, so he was... He's the Robin Hood, essentially. Yakudan. Let me guess, you are searching for a man named Jimbo. The Seki Segumi questioned me about him not long ago. Very desperate to find him, they were. I doubt they will receive much help from the populace at present, though. Why? Surely you have heard the Kugane Wolper has been arrested. Despite what the wealthy elite would have you believe, he is no demon, deserving of the harshest sentence. If anything, he is a hero to the downtrodden, having shared his spoils with the least among us. If you ask me, Seki Segumi should ought to take a closer look at the merchants he targeted. Akebono in particular had been the center of many dark rumors. Anyway, in light of the wolf burglar's attainment, many are less willing to aid the Seki Segumi in their activities. And unfortunately, if they suspect you to be working with them, you too might find your overtures rebuffed. Tsurubami. Are you pursuing the Yojimbo fellow? The Seki Segumi were asking about him the other day. I'll tell you what I told them. I've never heard of the man. Just between you and me, if I did know something, I don't know if I would want to tell them. You know the Kagane wolf burglar? The one they locked away? Rumor has it they intend to inflict him the terrible punishments of his so-called crimes. Madness, I tell you, madness. Every single one of the burglar's victims were among the notorious scoundrels of the city, greedy merchants with no scruples whatsoever. What's more, everything he stole for he gave to the poor and needy. Yet they decry him as a villain. Fools. Well, Shigi, you better seek to kind of get him out. You see, what have you learned, Ria? Well, a certain Lupin is rather well loved. I had no idea the plight of the world burglar was weighed upon the minds of so many. What exactly did they say? Now you guys are jerks for locking him up. This is actually pretty good. A hero to the poor and downtrodden? A criminal who simply gave away his hard-won spoils. This is all quite unexpected. But whatever aspirations they may cast upon his victims, the law is the law. Even disreputable merchants are deserving of fair and equitable treatment. To ignore their plight is to let the mob decide their fate. Said, hear that there is some withhold information in protest is cause for concern. As a man of Seki Segumi, I cannot help but feel conflicted. If I may, Shigure, it would be best to dress less conspicuous clothing at least for the time being. I hate to say this, but sensible suggestion. Surprisingly, perhaps I should make use of my old kimono. Yet even if I were to do so, my face is already known. They wouldn't mark me as a Seki Segumi or even resent my attempts to deceive them. I got an idea. Why not ask the wolf burglar? If he's so popular with the people, who knows what secrets they've told him? That's the wolf burglar. If he and Yojimbo had designs on Saburo Sukahiro, then it's possible they might know one another. Well done, Nashu. I was but mere moments from reaching the self-same conclusion. It's settled then. Let's go question the prisoner without further delay. Greetings and well met, comrade. If I may have a moment of your time. Now might we ascertain the whereabouts of the fugitive Yojimbo? We wish to speak with the Kagane wolf burglar, if you permit us to enter. Certainly, Shigure, if it will aid you in your investigation, follow me. What? Out with you. Please. I trust you are enjoying our hospitality. I come bearing questions. Questions, eh? From little old me, you say? Following your arrest, the Ronin Yoshinba absconded with the Saboto Tsukihiro. You stole with the Saboto Tsukihiro you stole from Master Akebono. He remains at large. I have reason to believe that the sword was his objective all along. Given that was yours as well, I thought you might know something of the man and his motive. Everyone knows the sword's worth a bloody fortune and then some. But finding a buyer for a masterpiece as famous as the Saboto Tsukihiro, especially after word of its death has spread far and wide, well, good luck to that, says I. Why, they surely have to avail themselves of services of certain disreputable folks, with whom I happen to be intimately acquainted. I'd be happy to introduce you a lot, as soon as you set me free. What? Absolutely not. That is out of the question. Then we've got nothing more to discuss. Best you be on your way. No, Shigure. Let us not be too quick to judge. If the goodly men and women of Kugane are willing to trust in his good intentions, then perhaps we should as well. An awful lot of people were willing to vouch for his character. If what they say is true, then it'd be wrong to see him hanged. I would propose to my superiors that you be temporarily released into our custody for the purposes of investigation. Should you abide by the terms of our arrangement, you may receive leniency. What say you? I say you got yourself a deal there, Baldy. Will they even consider my proposal, though? The deliberations alone may prove time-consuming. And if they refuse... Remind me, Noshu. Do you have that hair tonic on you? I sure do, Inspector. That's as good a time as ever to try it, don't you think? Here? In the jail? Why, far be it for me to refuse. Remember to use the whole bottle, my good man. Pour it over your head until not a single drop remains. Yeah, I'd say just do it. It seems rather wasteful, but if you insist. I feel strange, like my scalp is. Oh, by the kami. Good, are you alright? I heard you shouting. Ugh, the light, it binds them. There are too many. And turn and flex and shake and bounce. Perfection, rejoice my goodly burger, as I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have liberated you from your unjust imprisonment. Yep. Always alright. Now see here, Inspector. Huh? What happened? Has a prisoner escaped? Still in the cell, I see. What in the world was that blinding light? 1,000 pardons. One of my associates was, carrying small explosives. One of them which detonated unexpectedly. I, of course, bade her take the others outside immediately, for safety's sake. I believe that explains that. Yes? Yes? Right, then, if you excuse me. Ah, yes. Very, of course. Very good. Wait, when did Chiguru grow his hair? That was, an absurdity and a half. How he managed to escape that undetected, I have no idea. I can pray that our ruse will remain intact. The wolf burglar led the others to the waterways below. We should follow. Okay, down we go. Ow. No, wolf burglar. Been down here before. Been down before. If so, you've met my friends already. A contemptible lot. All of Kagani's cast-offs. If anyone's heard a peep from your quarry, it'd be them. Come on, don't be shy. Oh, you're all looking for a rat bastard. Takes a wolf to know a rat. Huh. So what do we owe the pleasure? And more importantly, how'd you sleep free of the Sekisagumi's noose? With lash and good looks and silver tongue, how else? But never you mind that. I need information, Koju. Do you now? Where's the Sekisagumi at your shoulder? The one asking questions. No need to give the lad a hard time. He did right by me, and I mean to return the favor. Yeah? I mean you're helping him. Have you gone mad? Well, yes, even if I have, it's nothing you and yours have to worry about. Your pretty little head's over. Give us a hand and we'll be out of your hair. Wolf's honor. You're not a bad bunch, really. Most of them try to make a living on the straight and narrow. Some even had the mind to join the Sekizagumi like you, but are found wanting for this reason and that. When honest work's no longer an option, that leaves the other sort. The dangerous, disreputable, the dirty. Somebody's got to do it, so these industrious souls pick up the slack. Maybe they're not the cream of the crop you prefer to hobnob with. But while you're in their company, I ask you that you comport yourselves with a modicum of civility. I should like to believe I have done just that. You'll forgive me if I've given you any reason to think otherwise. See? Fast friends. Well, right then. We're after a bloke that goes by the moniker Yojimbo. Have you heard of the man? Yojimbo? Can't say that rings a bell. Oi! Any of you fella know by the name of Yojimbo? Well, there you have it. Might be different if he had a bounty on his head. What did he do anyways? Piss in the bungo's rice porridge? If only. Stole Saburo Sakahiro he did. Look at me. That's a beauty. Wonder why though. Finding a buyer even through the black market would be a challenge and a half. And if he even put through the word he was looking, we'd have heard about by now. To come all this way and leave with nothing. Let's not call it a day just yet. Assuming your Jumbo did not steal the sword for a challenge, there's only two reasons you take it: to sell it or to keep it. And if not for the money, I suppose this is his prize, or first prize, or his last. Hark! Yes, my spectre sense whispers and speaks of thieving collector of swords. Yes, there can be no mistake. Aye, what he said. I suppose if he is a collector, then the best will do. Then only the best will do. By which I mean, next target would be, oh, I don't know, the Ameno Murukuma. Wait, the Ameno Murukuma? The Ameno Murukuma? I thought that was nothing more than a fairy tale. Do you mean that the fabled sword of Eld actually exists? Saran Kami tried to kill me and my friends with it, but I deflected the blow. You what? I have so many questions, but first, where did this all happen? In the Red Kojin area. I don't know if it's still there, though. I was within the Kojin of the Red Treasure Vault. If that's the case, then it seems to me you ought to continue your search for the Ruby Sea, no? Yeah, very much. It must be the best place for us to look. In that case, let us book no further delay and head to the Ruby Sea at once. Like I said, the good hearts, every one of them. Sometimes fate deals you a bad hand and you got no choice but to make the most out of it. To think the Ami no Murukoma is not only real, but it was brought to bear against you and yours by a Kami of unfathomable strength. In any event, we now know where we might search the Ruby Sea. Before I leave, however, there is a matter of great importance to which I must attend. Or perhaps great import, something of an overstatement. I speak of the inspector's earlier advice of considering my garments. I'll meet you at the ruby price after exchange. Pray go ahead without me. I insist. Alright. Good swords and old good dogs. Okay. I just need to check something real quick. All set for another trip up into the glittering westward expanse. I know I am. Let's hop aboard the next ferry to the Ruby Price and wait for Shiguri there as he requested. Come along. Okay, well, I actually have to run there. So... is it this way? Yeah, it's this way. And... Peloton. Okay, well, it's just gonna be a lot of running. Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, and now I can just sprint the rest of the way here. Tenzon. Part of me still also kind of wants to get a house, mostly because I want a place to dump a lot of my furniture. I don't know, like, where is this, like, open market at the moment. Hildebrand. Oh, it's Shiguri. Over here. Over here. Oh, that was Hildebrand. Why the Kami? I thought you were someone else at first. Well, I've suggested I wear something other than the garments of the Sekisugumi for a time. I paid a visit to the Kogane Dori and purchased something completely unlike my usual attire. It's quite a change, but very much for the better, if I do say so myself. I didn't realize you'd come so you could be so fashionable. Fashionable? Please, Nashio, you give me too much credit. I'll say, that getup of yours with those Zori? I don't see that becoming a trend. You need to wear proper shoes, mate. Not that it matters, we didn't come here to mess about. We've got a collector to catch, and assuming he's after the Amen Nahumu Kurmo, then we've got to get to the Isle of Zeki. Any ideas? I mean, I can fly there. I can also swim in the water and forever. By air or underwater passage. A bit more tricky than I thought. Without the blessing of the Kojin, the latter would be impossible. What about that bird of yours? Montaro, was it? After what the inspector did to him, he'll be keeping a wide berth, I reckon. Assuming if he's even fit to fly. It was something a traumatic experience for all involved. Forgive my bluntness, my wolfish compatriot, but it occurs to me that we have yet to hear your motives for attempting to steal the Saboda Sukehiro from Master Akabono. Did Kojun not say that selling such a plate would be extraordinarily difficult? It's not stealing this. They're not stealing to take back what was stolen. That black-hearted bastard Akebono prized it from my hands, prized it from the hands of its rightful owner. He was a humble samurai who lived life devoid of most luxuries. A righteous man who'd never turn his back on those in need. Certainly not a young Lupin boy who fled Doma during the occupation. The two lived as father and son, with few comforts save each other's company. And then one day the merchant came calling, asking after the samurai sword, asking him to part with one of his prized possessions. But a sword was a samurai's soul. He'd sooner die than sell it, even for a fortune. But the merchant, he's not the sort to go quietly into the night. He changes tack and worms his way into the samurai's affairs. Small sums at first, but bigger than bigger. For he knows it, the samurai owes the merchant a veritable mountain of coin. So he pledges his blade as collateral. The samurai worked day and night to reclaim his honor. But while strong in spirit, he was weak in body. He fell sick and passed away, soon after passed away, leaving his Lupin charge alone in this unjust world. All this time, you are only... He left Kagane for a time and returned years after from Yangsha, having learned the ways of the shinobi, that he might honor his adoptive father by helping others as he once helped him as a child. A chivalrous guise for a personal vendetta, perhaps. More than anything, he yearned to reclaim the sword of the last surviving memento of their time together, that he might wear it with pride. All this time, Master Akebono was your main objective. When you broke into his shop in the Rikuzi district, you were searching for the Subodo Tsukihiro. You kept a close eye on him, even after you continued to target other disruptive merchants, that you might drive him to take additional measures to protect the sword, knowing that in doing so, he would eventually reveal its location. And it's settled. Subodo Tsukihiro must be returned to its rightful owner. How hard is it for people to reach the Isle of Zeki? How is your Jimbo planning to get there? That I do not know, but regardless, if he was headed there, someone must have noticed his passing. I say, we have questioned the pirates of Sakazuki, and see if any have observed a traveler resembling your Jimbo of late. You have the same mind, to Shigure, to Suzuki, or Sakazuki, post haste. Okay, to the island. The downside about the Hildebrand crest is that there is a lot of voice acting that comes with it. Shigure! Wait, where am I supposed to go? E-hockey. Oh, I remember you. Looking for more dead men? No, I'm looking for a guy with a dog this time. A real thin samurai with a wide brim hat and oversized gaita. Traveler like that would not escape my notice, which is to say I'm rather confident I haven't seen him. Sorry to disappoint you. Not at all, my friend. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. As I said before, my good woman, when at first you don't succeed, make inquiries again. That's the way. Let me actually adjust the my reactive. Because it's not doing like the perpetual belts, I might as well have this on. Confederate Shipwatch. What was that? Lanky samurai with a large head? As it happens, I spoke with a traveler like that and had a dog with him too. Surely enough, he had a mind to travel to... Sure enough, he had a mind to travel to the Isle of Zeki. Can't imagine why, with all the red being unwelcoming as they are. And there being no place to dock a boat, I told him as much, but he shrugged it off and went on his merry way. Come to think of it, his dog not long ago on the beach below, wandering about. I hope he did not abandon him. You have been tremendously helpful. 1,000 thanks to you. Surely the canine in question is Igoro. We must gather the others and search for Jim's beloved compatriot at once. Igoro! Here, Igoro! Oh, I see him over there. Maybe he doesn't like us anymore. No, you gotta give the right pup the... Gotta give the pup the right incentive is all. Incentive? Yeah, come on. Surely it can't be that simple. Did you really just forget what happened? See for yourself. Oh. That's all it takes to win him over, huh? A single koban, greedy little thing. Hush, Shigure. Nagoro is a good dog, and he will lead us to his master. Wah. Are you just gonna run on the water like this? This is quite a fix indeed. Nagoro, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to wait for me. Hildy? Jim, my good man, I mean, you rapscallion, you have nowhere left to run. Cease your shenanigans and relinquish the Saburo Tsukihiro at once. I will do no such things. Ever since I was bested by your tight-lipped associate over yonder, I learned for an opportunity to redeem myself, and I set about searching for stronger swords with which I may bring my everything to bear. I thought to claim victory with the Ame no Murukuma in hand, but if circumstances demand we settle this here and now, then so be it. Stay your hand, friend. Though I know you mean well, securing the sword is a grave responsibility which falls to... I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, will resolve this conflict and reclaim the sword. Prepare to be amazed at the Saburo Tsukihiro is to be delivered into my wanting arms. Daigoro, oh Daigoro, come here and let Hildy give you a big old belly rub. Daigoro, you will do no such thing. He does have the smell of money on him. What? Betrayed? Inspector does come from a wealthy family, so maybe he smells the money. Until you surrender Saburo Tsukihiro, I will give Daigoro the most furious of belly rubs, thereby depriving you of such pleasure. This is such my ultimatum. Daigoro, return to me this instant. Oh, fire on you. You win. The sword is yours. Yeah, nice catch. But, the dog. By the Kami. I can't believe that actually worked. Inspector Hildebrand's powers of negotiation are most impressive. I know. Mummy! Well, back where he belongs, I guess. Wait, where's the Saboto Sukihiro? Right where it belongs. You fiend! Return it at once. That's far enough, all of you. Look at me, where did they come from? This isn't over. Hey, how'd you get out? I guess I was shallow. Shiguri, what is this I hear of you letting free a notorious fugitive? Explain yourself at once. Well, you see, Inspector Hildebrand and I, in order to track your Jumbo and the Saboto Sukihiro, we needed to enlist the assistance of the wolf burglar. To that end, we removed him from the jail temporarily, of course. We have every intention of returning him to his cell. And how do you intend to do so when your prisoner has taken flight? Shiguri, I charge you with aiding and abetting a criminal in their escape. Be reasonable. You know full well that everything Shiguri did was to achieve a greater good, to uphold the law of the land. We return the Saboto Sukihiro and the wolf burglar, I swear to you. I can guarantee it, at least on my end. Your actions in service to the Sekisugumi are not unknown to me. Nevertheless, Shiguri must be held accountable for his. To make an exception at your request would only compound the offense. No man is above the law, not even our own. Well, Nashu, first Jimbo, then the wolf burglar, now Shigure? Just gotta check one thing. It's so much quieter when it was just the three of us. What a miscarriage of justice to see our Shigure spirited away like the common criminal. In complete disregard to the extenuating circumstances, It falls to us to find a way to right the wrong. But this is no place to devise a plan. To Ghana, my friends. There you go. Alright, so I have to go to that area. And I'm pretty sure we can finish this up tonight. Little creep over there still? Nope. It's so lonely without everyone else around. I hope they're doing alright. Oh my good woman, I hardly know where to begin. Ever since our return, I've been racking my brain trying to conceive a means by which we might free Shiguri from his predicament, but to no avail. By absconding with the sword, the wolf burglar has done us no favor. And yet, I do not think his tale of the samurai and Akabono was a lie. My keen inspector senses tell me that there are many threads of this tale are converging upon a single point, not far from now, in which all truth shall be laid bare to see. Core, that's what I like to hear, and I agree. I don't think a wolf burglar is bad and all. Once the Seki Tsugumi realized that, they're sure to let Shiguri off the hook, don't you think? I most certainly do, Nashu, and furthermore, I say to hasten this most desirous of resolutions. I must begin investigating Master Akabono at once. Hold the fort while I'm gone, my stalwart assistant. Yes, Inspector. I don't know what he's about, but I'm sure it'll be brilliant. It'll be a spectacle, that's for sure. I suppose this day was bound to come. No matter, soon there will be nothing in this world beyond my grasp. Hmm. Gentleman hero Hildebrand. Hildebrand will return in. The past is never past. Yeah, you said it so. See you, Inspector. Oh, it's this guy again. I guess he's also doing the quest line. Oh, where in the world could he be? Hey, man, luck at you. Oh, if it isn't you. I don't suppose you bumped into Inspector Hildebrand roaming about, have you? Making his inquiries? Not at all. I've just been standing here. Oh, ever since Aguri got detained by the Sekisugumi, the inspector has been busy looking into the affairs of Master Akabono, but to no avail. Oh, he's returned. Never fear, my faithful assistant. I have returned. Your unwavering loyalty to the pursuit of honor and justice as a hard-boiled egg is to be commended. My good woman, I might go so far as to say that in all my years as an inspector, I have known... Okay, I accidentally skipped that. Speaking of fans, of course, during the course of my investigation into darker rumors concerning Master Akabono, I've received a mysterious missive that I can only presume to be penned by one of my many admirers. Gosh, Inspector Hildebrand, even in the far east you got yourself a following. Can I see it? Yeah, certainly, Nashu. I feel like this is a death threat. That's interesting. It's definitely not written by a Ghanan, but they don't seem to be good with yours in letters. Yes, something of light. You seek the strongest of swords, the Saburo Tsukihiro. Know that I have laid claim to this most priceless treasure. If you wish to make it yours, meet me upon the Kugane Ohashi for a duel to end all duels. Sincerely, you know who. Something of light. Why, yes, you must be referring to the none other than the humble self, the one and only gentleman of light. I think you got your wires crossed there, bud. That said, I'd much rather resolve this dispute without resorting to duels and the like. Wait here, my friends, while I go attempt to reason with this misguided ruffian. This isn't gonna end well, is it? Pretty sure they wrote warrior, not gentleman. Which probably means they're talking about Rhea. Don't you think, Inspector? Inspector Hildebrand? He already left for the area. What do you mean he up and ran off? And why are you still standing here? You should hurry and catch him before he does something silly. That's Hildebrand. He's always going to do something silly. Okay, we gotta search for Hildebrand. The Thabnarian Consulte. Or unless... There, it's Hildebrand. Is that you, Rhea? As you can see, I've found myself in quite a pickle. And by pickle, I mean the ground. Kugane Ohashi lies beyond this gate, but before I could pass through it, I found myself suddenly accosted, then inverted, then embedded thusly by the dear and misguided Jim. The duel I must regrettably leave up to you. Well, Got a new trial fight to do now. The one I was missing. Gugane Ohashi. Let's just take a rest here. Oh, hey. Well, if you see Maxine. It's been a while since I've been samurai, so I might have forgotten a lot of steps then. For far, far too long have I waited for this rematch. Saboto Tsukahiro may have brought us together, but it was fate that ordained. Okay, too quick. Victory will be mine this day. Hey. Nope. So I forgot to turn on the side buttons for my mouse. There we go. For Yojimbo's Gilgameshing time. I know. Get this one up. Next one. Oh, dope. Is this? Like safe spot? Nope, it's not a safe spot at all. Another flank. Now sing into the heart of chaos. Right? Where? I don't know. Nope. Yeah. Nope, no easy LB. And back to the Godogaza. And that was an interesting fight. I also need to go get something real quick, so I will run a quick ad and we will continue on from there. Alrighty. Let's continue on with the quest then. I believe it's just this and one more bit, and we're good to go. Hildebrand got himself out. We meet again, Hildy. Greg? Greg, I say, you're safe for so rise. However, did you come to be here in Kugane? In the Far East, for that matter. Oh, well, you see, the thing about that is... I think it was Greg masquerading as Jim the entire time. Indeed. After Rhea besting me a second time, I quit Eorzea and embarked upon this journey in distant lands, that I might hone my skills in preparation for the inevitable third bout. When I saw you had misread my carefully written words and come in her stead, I felt I had no choice but to remove you from the field forcibly. Pray forgive me and my unkindness, Hildy. Now, Gray, there's no need to apologize between friends. Yet again, I must ask, how did you come here in Kugane as a ronin of repute and a remarkably thin waist? I know this seems rather far-fetched, even insulting to your intelligence, but there is a simple and yet highly satisfying explanation. In my quest to hone my skills and procure a powerful weapon overseas, I neglected to budget for food and drink, and soon found myself bereft of both. Driven to deathly hunger, I fell to my knees, and instantly looked to my bosom friend. The painted rooster that offered me companionship in my darkest hour. When dawn broke the following day, I was alone. Once more, a sliver of strength restored by the terrible sacrifice of my comrade, whose body and soul I would carry with me to the ever after. But by his grace I survived for days and days after, until I had a chance to cross paths with a stray dog. He ate Enkidu. It was too clear a victim of the slings and arrows of outrage of misfortune, and thus in each other we have found kindred spirits, we orphans of fate. Thus did I name it Daigoro. Thereafter did we travel as one, working together that we might live to see another day. When we arrived last at Kugane, I sought employment as a mercenary to rebuild my misspent savings and resume my search for the strongest of swords. It was through such venues that I acquired the Zanmato, in fact, and began to rebuild my reputation as Yojimbo. Naturally, a legendary ronin must stress to meet the expectation of his clients, so I assembled an outfit that would satisfy those requests of my servitors. Oyama was one such client. When I saw that Rhea and her comrades were to be my opponents, though, I quickly realized he had not paid me nearly enough. More of a fool of me. Nope, I don't want to do that. I mean, what can you do? Needless to say, the sight of a woman who had bested me twice before was enough to rekindle the competitive spirit within me, and so I heard tales of the spoiled Sukahiro. I knew that I must claim it in preparation for our battle. Thus, yeah, I kicked her butt. Truly a riveting tale. And tragic besides, for that I have fought with all my strength. Yet again I was defeated by the great and powerful warrior of light. As I said to you on the bridge, no more tricks. I've taken my shot and fallen short. I will cease my shenanigans and instead pledge my complete support to your endeavors. that I might make amends for my misdeeds. And we should be glad to have it. Greg, welcome aboard. Let's return to Nashu and share with her the wonderful news. Yeah? You too, Greg. You're a full-fledged assistant now. Time to go back to the Rakuza district. Alright, so now I have all the trials unlocked. Terrible news, everyone. What is the matter, Nashu? Shigure has punishment for helping the wolf burglar. He's been sentenced to death by ritual suicide. That's indeed a disturbing development, Hildy. We have no time to spare, my friends. Presuming the wolf burglar is in the wind, our only recourse is to delve deeper into the hidden part of Master Akabona and uncover proof that the sword he claims was first stolen by he himself. Divide and conquer, agents of inquiry, style. Alright, so let's check out the main hub. Hey, Byakadon. How did Akabono earn his fortune, you ask? By peddling a variety of medicinal wares for all manner of purposes. From what I heard, they're remarkably effective and popular. He still enjoys a reputation as a premier source of alchemical goods. With that, according to the forces, potions and potables. His clientele spends in a visit what I earn in a month. So he's an alchemist. Keaton! I should be glad to speak with Master Akabono to you, albeit solely with regards to his character as a businessman. Like all who have risen to the mercantile prominence, he has been at the center of rumor and intrigue. For every man who sings his praises, there is another who would curse his name. None would deny the efficacy of his medicines, which would be expected given that he utilizes the finest ingredients from that birthplace of alchemy, Razatan. His satisfied customers are beyond counting. On the contrary, on the other hand, none can deny the exorbitant profits he has reaped by tightly controlling the supply of Hunnish ingredients. Absent competition, he is free to dictate the prices as he sees fit. Unfortunately, this has meant many desperate needs of his malicious medicines to spend their entire life savings or seek assistance from disreputable moneylenders. His practices are ultimately wholly within the confines of the law. So again, as a businessman, he has to be lauded for his success, but I will say nothing for his morals or ethics, or lack thereof. And time to run back. Also, for those who are wondering why I have like the map slightly off screen, that is mostly because I have a wider screen, and this is mostly centered. Have you tantalizing tidbits of information to share, my good woman? Come out with it. Albeit built his fortune by selling malicious or miraculous medicines for exorbitant prices, really. A man who preys on the sick and needy for personal gain, is he? As expected, there's far more to Master Akabono than meets the eye. Inspector, we gotta hurry. Shigeru's execution is gonna be carried out any moment if we don't do something. What? Already? And there I was hoping we might first conduct a thorough investigation and uncover information with which we might convince them to set the poor man free. But absent of that, there are many roads which leads to just ends. We take a shortcut to avert the grave miscarriage of justice, then so be it. Oh, he has the ponytail again. Honored brothers, I will not beg you for your forgiveness. Only pray that this humble offering of my life, that I might absolve the Sekisugumi of the shame that I brought upon it through my misdeeds. Hildebrand? How did he... By what meaning is this? That man is an imposter. Seize him at once. I admit, he's pretty fast. Oh, yeah, right there. Shigure! Shigure! Now's your chance to escape. I will do no such thing. I may have lost what little honor was mine in life, but at least I can reclaim it in death. Your honor is yet yours, samurai. You need not cut your belly open this day, Shigure, for you have the Saboru Sekihiro and the infamous wolf burglar besides. But why? We had a deal, remember? Temporary release, and I'm a wolf of my word. This is indeed the Sapporo Tsukihiro. Very well. Escort the wolf burglar back to his cell. Send a runner to Masaya Kubono's estate at once. Well, it worked out in the end. We are far from finished, Shigure. The wolf burglar may be in custody once more, but you must still answer for your reckless action. Therefore, if after further deliberation, I have decided that you will conduct a formal investigation into the rumors surrounding Master Akabono and That will not be necessary. Indeed, with the return of the wolf burglar, I believe we can consider this tiresome affair resolved. Master Komode. I knew it. Wait, I know you. Master Akebono's guest. The one the Geiko threw into the wall. Oh, surely you must have mistaken. I have no recollection of such event. Or of you, for that matter. Anyway, as I said before, I believe there's no need for any further investigation. Should you deem otherwise, you're free to proceed. However, such wasteful expenditure may force us to reconsider the resources we allocate you and yours next year. Rest assured, Master Komode, that we value your counsel deeply, and should be glad to defer to your judgment. Shigure, the matter of the Sapporo Sukihiro and Master Akebono is now officially closed. That will be all. Yes, that will be all. That guy is suspicious. Verily, I, Hildebrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have once more done once more done the impossible and saved the man from certain death. Shame that the others seemed so eager to wash their hands of the affair. Not Shigure, though. I understand he still has the questions for the wolf burglar. I believe this should be the last one. Don't do Prism. Shigure wants answers now, and he wants them eventually. Alright. Whoa, Shigure, over here. Yeah, I just popped in. My friends, I cannot thank you enough. Had you not arrived when you had, I would not be standing before you now. You will forgive me for dispensing further expressions of gratitude, for I have just returned from the jail where I spoke with the wolf burglar. You shared with me some rather troubling information. Do not keep us in suspense, my good man. What is it? Not long after we delivered the wolf burglar into custody, the Sekisugumi, Master Akebono stormed into the jail and began berating the turnkey, demanding that they return the stolen contents of his safe. You may recall that we spoke with Master Akebono concerning the theft shortly after we first met. It's rather secretive of said contents at the time, but the wolf burglar said that it was an unmarked satchel filled with the white powder. Given Master Akebono's reputation for the purveyor of medicines, our chivalrous thief resolved to steal it for the benefit of the poor and needy as his wont. However, since there was nothing to identify what matter medicine it was, the wolf burglar decided to hold on to it for safekeeping. Mainly, however, it was no ordinary medicine. For why would Master Akabono clamor for its sale? My inspector senses are tingling. Where is the satchel now? In possession of the men and women of the waterways. They will not admit to this, however, unless we give them the proper password. As above, so below. Understood. Let us hasten to the den of inquility. Okay. Let's jump over. Nope, wrong one. Knew you would turn up sooner or later. Didn't expect you to be bringing along another unfamiliar face, though. No matter. I like the cut of his jib. So, what are you after this time? A certain satchel containing a certain white powder, which once belonged to a certain merchant. The wolf burglar told me you'd have it. If he did, then he told you the magic words too. Yes, of course. They are soar high above and never go below. What? Kami, take me. No, it's no time for fun and games, Inspector. We'll go whether the wild rose blooms. Let me get back to you. As above, so below. Aye, that's it. Nothing personal, but we've got to be careful. Damned. If I know what this is, but my gut's telling... Never I know what this is, but my gut's telling me nothing. It's nothing no honest man would keep hidden and keep it in a locked safe. That said, the suspicious power is far more from incontrovertible proof of criminal misdeeds. Need to be first determine what it is. Any ideas how to do so? Will we find an alchemist ourselves? Seek the assistance of a Hunnish alchemist or someone well versed in their alchemical traditions. Perhaps someone at the Thavnarian Consulte. Brilliant! Minds think alike. For I too have reached that conclusion but a moment ago. To the Thavnarian Consulte, my friends. And here you go. You can't simply go and bang on the gates of a foreign consulte and expect to. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Hey, well, it's gonna be a lot of running, so... Bailoton! I just need to get to 1/8 the right crystal. Ethernet shard. Thavnarian consult. It's all rather sudden, I realize, but to reiterate, it is the utmost importance that we speak to with your superiors. To reiterate, have you an appointment or not? Not as such, no. In my hands, they are tied. There are procedures, samurai, and much paperwork. No exceptions can be made. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but this is a matter of public safety and welfare. Surely an exception can be made. Well, ho, young Manderville man. Father. What brings you to the far side of the world? A complex series of events, too exhausting to detail. One of great importance is what brings us to the consulate. You see, we must need enlist the assistance of Hunnish alchemists. One of which with an encyclopedic knowledge of Hunnish reagents. Unfortunate then we should meet. I'm a representative of the Sajarata concern of Razat. Should you not know the name, we are trained in the manner of all alchemic goods. If your quandary requires the expertise of one well-versed in such wares, pray permit me to assist you. Indeed, to aid the son of the Lord Godbert Manderville and his comrades would be an honor most great. This was generous. Far be it from us to refuse. Perhaps a change of venue is in order. I say, let us not impose upon these hard-working keepers of the peace any longer. This powder is most fascinating ingredient of Hunnish origin. This is true, but not one intended for medicinal purposes. Dangerous purposes, rather. For this reason, its sale is forbidden. In the hands of a master alchemist, it can create dew prism. I'm sorry, dew prism? A most powerful drug. A mere thimble is enough to befoul the senses and render even the most strong-willed suspect susceptible to any and all commands. You may be assured that this is no exaggeration. Resistance is most regrettably futile. Undetectable, it is save for the occasional glimmer in the eye. Changing of the color fleeting is impossible. By the Kami, I've seen such a glimmer before. No? Are you sure it wasn't a trick of the light? I saw it too. Like I want to use it on that guy's face. Well, deduce, my faithful assistant. An undying fan. I was just about to voice the same conclusion. Well, if it is as you say is true, as the most terrible crime has been committed, evidence must be gathered, and those responsible must be punished. It all makes sense now. Why would the chief coin counter of the Sekisagumi press so strongly to end an investigation into a modest merchant? Because he drugged them during the meeting. At last we have motive and opportunity. Come, let's put an end to this once and for all. Yep. How wonderful it is to see Hildy's infectious enthusiasm inspire others to rise to the occasion once more. Well then, do not let me detain you. Yep, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, just need to go through and... Where's the next area? Make it Hildebrand, so the Rock is a district. Akabono, we call on you to come forth and answer for your dastardly deeds. Doesn't seem like anyone's home. It doesn't seem like anyone's home, does it? Whatever could he possibly be? Huh? But that's impossible. Huh. Thought you seemed the last of me, did you? As if I'd be content with sitting in a jail. I could escape on a whim while you lot bungle your chance to bring my nemesis to justice. And by escaping on somebody else's watch, no one can pin the blame on you this time. Yeah? We don't want to repeat it before. Don't tell me this was planned all along. To secure my freedom so we could expose Akabono's crimes together. And reclaim the Sabodo Sakebono into the bargain eye. This is no small undertaking. I knew I need all the help I could get. That bastard is bound for the Isle of Becco, after me with a silent partner, I'm told. Captain, your capital. If we hurry, perhaps we can beat Akabono to the punch. He may be an idiot, but he's got a right idea. There's no time to waste. Very well. If all that's left to... If that is the way the wind is blowing, then let no one say I don't go so blow. Yeah, I'll take my time. I'll meet you guys there easily. Okay. I'm gonna go help out a friend real quick. Apparently, they need bodies. Okay, so while this is happening, I'm just gonna do a bit of eating in the meantime. Alright, so with that detour out of the way, actually I should get my chocobo here too. Yep, let's clean this up. Tend to my specific chocobo. Animal. Nope. Yep, let me get animal from his pen then. Sort this out. Do I have Curiel root? That's not it. Don't have the onion on me on hand. So let's go back to the Tamizu. Okay. Go over. This is the place, I'm sure of it. All we gotta do is wait. Oh no, Godbert. Father. By the Kami. Could it be that the inspector's father is in league with Akebono? Don't be daft. Look closer. As always, your discretion in these matters is greatly appreciated. As is yours, Master Akebono. But the matter at hand, the dew prism, it has served you well. Met your expectations, I trust. Exceeded them, I should say. Never in my wildest dreams could have imagined that a drug could be so powerful, so effective. Tasteless, odorless, and colorless, the chief coin counter had no idea his drink had been compromised. It already has proven to be a most useful tool in manipulating the Sekisugumi, more important than the regular upkeep to more than worth the regular upkeep to keep him on my thrall. Now for the Saboda Sukihiro is back where it belongs. I can set my sights on much bigger prizes. The Bogyosho, perhaps the magistrate Akebono? Huh. Why not? All of Kugane is mine for the taking. You're more right than you know, Master Akebono, for I come bearing a gift of courtesy, yet of Manderbill and Manderbill, a most illustrious Eorzean consortium of which you have doubtless heard. Their resources are considerable, and their influence extends far beyond the borders of Aldenard. but all of their wealth pales in comparison to what I present to you now. As we discussed, Lord Godbert, you will serve Master Akabano faithfully and without question, will you not? But of course. Coming for a friend. He's under the influence of Dew Prism. Alright, time to break him out of it somehow. Wait, you fool! Now's not the time. Father, 'tis I, your beloved son, Hildebrand. Hearken to me, these men are villains, you are being deceived. The inspector arrives, as I knew he would. Doubtless your friends are cowering and hiding. Just as well. In one fell swoop we shall bring an end to this farce. I call upon Eorzea's most fearsome goldsmith. I call upon the hammer. Go forth and lay waste to these interlopers. Nope. That confirms it. Oh, oh dear. He stripped off all his garments. Well, there goes everyone. Yep. Okay. Maybe a bit more effort is needed. Ah, magnificent. Finish them all. Finish every one. Oh. He did say finish everyone. He's just following orders. Falls to you, Hildebrand, Heliodor, Maximilian Manderville. Headbutt? Come on. Forgive me, father. You know not what you do. You're Manderville. Okay. See, now this is absurd. It's also kind of touching. That literally the things that brings it back is just the being in the air. So derpy. Like half of these scenes I don't even remember. There's Godbert and his wife with young Hildebrand in his arms. He brought the curse. Oh. Manderville, man. About father, spare your reverse Vanderbilt meteor strike. Phew, I'm spent. What happened here? Well, this is all embarrassing. Very embarrassing indeed. 1,000 pardons for you and my rather excessive display of martial prowess. It should go without saying, but Manderville and Manderville will be severing all ties with the Sajata concern. Rejoice, my friend, for we have reclaimed the Sabodo Sukihiro once more. How fortunate that this dastardly Akebono would be so loath to set it aside that he would rather bring it with him to a secret rendezvous. A final favor, if you indulge me. Lay it at my father's grave. Right then, I suppose you'll be wanting to get me back to the jail. Regardless of reasons, a crime's a crime, and mine are many. An upsetting Sekisugumi like yourself must adhere to code, no? Indeed I must, which is why it will be with much regret that I inform my superiors I have seen neither hide nor hair of the notorious wolf burglar. Huh? You be sure about this? Now if you ask me again, go to your father. Shiguru has the right of it. You should be the one to bring your father's spirit the comfort and closure it needs. It deserves. You're mad. Each and every one of you. Even the samurai. And I love you all the more for it. Thank you. I'm not sure if he was referring to me or not. I was referring to Shiggy. To hold fast to a righteous creed, yet recognizable when too rigid to adhere would result in grave injustice. Truly I am privileged to have witnessed a display of nuanced nobility. Would that like the burglar? I might find a measure of peace in mourning my own dearly departed. Oh, Enkidu, if only you knew how sorry I am. Wait. Enkidu? But how? Then what was it I ate that fateful day? fools. Think you this is the end? I think not. I didn't know untie his hands. Huzzah, you belong to me now, Ronan. Now, spirit me away from this place. Far, far away. Far, far away. Greg, no, cease your egress. Beyond the rift that lies, to the wondrous world yet unseen. Wait, no, a day twist. Mommy, things are gonna get worse before they get better. Wait from me, Inspector. Oh, there he goes, my beloved son. Not content to fly off into the sky as before, this time he elects to take his leave by vanishing into the earth. Brief as though our time was together, I cannot deny how he has grown, both as an inspector extraordinaire and as a man of real man besides. I say, a father cannot be more proud. Hey, Shiguri, and off goes Lord Godbird along with Akebono. I should thank him for that. Nothing left for us to follow them back to Kugane, I suppose. Are you ready? Good, then let's be off. All you got to do is bring me back with you. Okay. Let's finish this off and then end for today. Hey, Shigure. I cannot even begin to imagine where I would have been had I never crossed paths with you and your comrades. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything. The Sekisugumi will have concluded that even before the chief coin counter fell under Akebono's thrall, he was willingly and enthusiastically conspired with the merchant to the illicit ends, and so he will be held accountable. As for Akebono and his now defunct enterprise, the Damnarian Consult has agreed to intercede on behalf of its countrymen to broker a more equitable arrangement between the Honish suppliers and the Hingan merchant. All agree that another monopoly would serve no one's interest. Regardless of motivations, if their actions are to put more medicines in the hands of the sick and needy, then I think it is safe to call it a change for the better, don't you? The best part, if you ask me, Live Vagabondo's crimes, all debts owed to him, or owed to him by those forced to pay his exorbitant prices are wiped clean. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. There was a time when I would not have thought as much. Good and evil, the innocent and the criminal. It all seems so simple in the abstract. But out here, in the real world, life is anything but. You and the inspector helped me to understand how naive I was. You taught me to look beyond the appearance and hearsay, and not to be too quick to judge a man for his misdeeds. If I am worthy of the Sekisagumi, it is because of you and him. That shucks. Speaking of which, what exactly did become of Inspector Hildebrand? Do you think we ought to do something? Conduct a search, or he'll turn up eventually? I have a feeling. Oh, so this is a regular occurrence, is it? Fair enough. If you're certain that he will turn up eventually, none for the worse for wear, then I shall take your word and strike all worry from my mind. Should the fateful day ever come that you and he are reunited once more, I but ask that you give him my best regards. Yeah, I can do that. I would say the same for the wolf burglar. I wonder what he's doing now. Honestly, probably paying respects to his father. He really deserves some time to himself. What becomes of a man after death, I do not know. But I should like to believe that his father rests more easily this day. Shigure, there's no time to dawdle. Your duties are far from finished. Yes, forgive me, right away. I must take my leave, but whenever you are passing through Kagane, I pray that you do not hesitate to call on me here at the barracks. Have a good one, dude. I learned the Maynardville Mambo now. Let's see. Where are we off to next? Huh. What's that up there? Huh. Feels like his job's not done yet. Well, it's never done for a Robin Hood. Gentleman hero, Hildebrand. Oh, everyone's doing it now, even my character. That's a quite a finish. Hildebrand will return, and as we do know, he does return. However, not in Shadowbringers, but in the next expansion, which is Endwalker. But with that being said, I think we're gonna call it there for today. We have been going on for nearly 4 hours, and I do have some other stuff I would like to finish during the night. So, with that being said, let's go find something to raid, shall we? Let's see who is up at bat. Let's see, is anyone else doing the Hildebrand stuff? Alright. In terms of the Final Fantasy category, I don't see anyone else is doing the Hildebrand stuff. I will instead send you over to a friend who is actually doing some stuff then. He is playing Fire Emblem instead. So, that being said, trade. Alright, so with that being said, I hope you all have a good one. Tomorrow I might be doing another stream, maybe continuing on with the Hildebrand stuff. Here's please. Okay. The Hildebrand stuff, or I might be doing something else. It all depends, really. Who knows? Maybe I might continue the Pokemon collaboration with my friendos, depending. But with that being said, I hope you all have a good one. Have a good afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are, and thank you for watching.